Once upon a time, in the year 2030, the world faced a catastrophic turn of events. Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, had been re-elected, and his second term brought about a series of unexpected and devastating consequences. Under Trump's leadership, the world witnessed a gradual erosion of civil liberties and human rights. The once vibrant democracy of the United States transformed into an authoritarian regime, with Trump consolidating power and suppressing any opposition. International alliances crumbled as the world watched in disbelief, fearing the loss of their own rights and freedoms. As the years went by, Trump's policies became increasingly oppressive. He silenced the media, controlled the judiciary, and suppressed any form of dissent. People were stripped of their rights to free speech, assembly, and privacy. Surveillance became the norm, and citizens lived in constant fear of being monitored by the government. The world was in turmoil, and it seemed as though there was no escape from this bleak reality. However, amidst the chaos, a group of brave individuals emerged. They called themselves the Freedom Fighters, determined to reclaim their rights and restore democracy. Led by an unlikely alliance of activists, journalists, and disillusioned politicians, the Freedom Fighters began organizing secret meetings and spreading their message of hope. They used underground networks to communicate, evading the prying eyes of the government. As their movement gained momentum, the Freedom Fighters faced numerous challenges. Trump's regime deployed its loyal forces to suppress any form of resistance. Peaceful protests turned violent, and innocent lives were lost. But the Freedom Fighters remained resolute, refusing to let fear dictate their actions. In the midst of this turmoil, the world faced another imminent threat. Climate change, neglected for years, had reached a tipping point. Natural disasters ravaged the planet, leaving entire regions uninhabitable. The world was on the brink of ecological collapse. Realizing that the fight for democracy and the fight against climate change were intertwined, the Freedom Fighters expanded their mission. They joined forces with environmental activists, scientists, and concerned citizens to address the urgent need for global action. Together, they devised a plan to not only overthrow the oppressive regime but also to rebuild a world that prioritized human rights and environmental sustainability. The movement gained international support, inspiring people from all corners of the globe to rise up against tyranny and fight for a better future. In a final, decisive battle, the Freedom Fighters confronted Trump's forces head-on. The clash was fierce, but the power of unity and determination prevailed. Trump's regime crumbled, and the world watched as a new era dawned. With Trump's reign over, the Freedom Fighters began the arduous task of rebuilding society. They championed democratic values, ensuring that every citizen had a voice. They implemented policies to combat climate change, working tirelessly to restore the planet's fragile ecosystems. Though the scars of the past remained, the world emerged from the darkness with renewed hope. The year 2030, once marked by despair, became a symbol of resilience and the triumph of human spirit. The lessons learned from this tumultuous period served as a reminder of the importance of safeguarding democracy and protecting the rights of all. And so, the world moved forward, forever changed by the events of 2030. It stood as a testament to the resilience of humanity, reminding future generations of the perils of unchecked power and the indomitable strength of those who dare to fight for a better world.